anti-Jacob device. It prevents leaners.
Exactly.
Mine's black leather and burgundy on the inside.
Mine is black leather outside, ruby red inside.
Dope.
I'm pretty sure I have a picture on the phone. One second.
Yeah, they gave me that one. They're like, all right, here, you have this one. It fits the color of your character, and I said that's racist.
You're racist.
Oh, whoa. Elven lives matter too. I just wanted to say.
They're like,
Yeah.
like
You need
fucking
to be careful throwing words around like that these days. Jesus fuck.
When you're in like a nerd convention, usually it's chill.
All right. So there you go. There's a picture in Discord.
Yeah.
Oh, nice little red velvet.
Yeah. I made the children roll in this for Monopoly because they kept rolling on the fucking board and
The leaners.
knocking down like every hotel.
The sound rolling on the board is the best part. It makes a great sound. Also, wait, how are we rolling today?
Oh, you changed colors. You used to be orange with me.
I'm pink. I don't know.
I've got kind of a mauve thing. I think I got a mauve going on.
I'm fine with this.
That's mauve.
What about let's kind of go for a gold.
I mean, 13's good enough, you know.
Kind of a gold color.
Yeah, I'm fine with orange.
19.
Yeah, I think you're good with gold.
Here we go. Here's gold.
You know, maybe make the text black instead of it being white, so I can actually
I was
see.
just thinking that.
Whoa! All right.
Okay, see, I can read that now.
White black into this.
See, I can read that versus
That
the.
looks
Earlier,
great.
it was like a giant glare going across the screen.
That looks gold though, right?
Yeah, that looks gold.
That's goldish. It's gold enough.
It's gold enough.
All right.
All right, let's see. So I'll take up my duties of DJing.
All right. Is anyone not coming tonight?
Pretty sure we're just waiting on Mr. B's.
Yeah, so you just get to chill with the tunes here before I find some good.
Tunes. I'll play some Borderlands. It's the last day to play this fucking update, so I better do it now before they fucking roll it back. I don't understand why developers do like limited time content. Like you already made the content.
Because they want you to pay.
No, but it's like free content. Like
No, I understand. What I'm saying is they want you to pay.
They didn't make any money from doing it.
I'm not
and
saying-
they didn't make any money from
I'm not saying monetarily. They just want you
just
to
like
pay.
in general.
Yeah.
That's sadistic.
Yes, it is.
The principality is involved.
I would literally give them money to like keep playing this content, though. Is the thing. Like I'd pay for like they on their previous game they had like these Headhunter DLCs, which were basically the size of this, and they were costing like $5, and I totally paid them $5 to get it to keep playing this content. It's a great way to play. But there's a huge balance update or something coming out tomorrow too. I like the balance. I have all overpowered stuff that like breaks the game.
Mhm.
But it's a single player game. No one cares.
No, they do. They care that you're the best, and they're not.
Not the. I mean, I've been farming so long to get like good shit, and like just all I have is like the subpar version of all the shit I need to like make it work.
Mhm.
But it works. This game would be more fun if it like had a better multiplayer. But it oh well.
Well, let's go ahead and get started.
Hell yeah.
So, last time we started with you guys standing outside of the Burgermeister's mansion in Valaki as it burned to the ground in front of you. You had killed Victor and his undead legions and liberated, I guess, the people of Valaki.
Yeah, the burned corpse.
What
Yeah,
do you mean you guess? We fucking totally liberated them.
sure.
We liberated their husk.
Before
He
too
likes
long,
to make- he likes to make you feel bad about anything you do.
I know, it's terrible.
so
we're
as
not
the
the big
hours
guys.
passed into the night, Strahd von Zarevich showed up on his nightmare.
The
Coming to-
exocephalus.
Coming to take stock of the situation and see what's happening in his domain. And a battle ensued. He challenged the Inquisition to a duel, to duel your champion. And he did with Del Casal. Del Casal lost, and Strahd demanded that you leave Valaki and never return.
To be fair, that was
He
pretty
refused.
cheap terms.
So then a battle ensued. In the chaos, you managed to kill the nightmare, and actually, after much fighting, you managed to draw blood from Strahd von Zarevich. Ralph Finzi did, anyway, which is kind of a first. Strahd then annihilated some of you with a fireball, at which point Dalipin, Johann Bolshnik, and Dalipin, Johann, and Emmerich all fled, leaving Rao, Dorian, and a giant ape to face Strahd. So that's where we are. Rao Finzi has fallen unconscious under the brutal onslaught, and Strahd von Zarevich is invisible. However, Dorian, you know that he's right in front of you. Rao has just fallen, and you can see the raindrops pelting his invisible form. And it's Emmerich's turn. Emmerich, you are on a rooftop far away. What do you want to do?
Are you gonna push that sweet map there, Nick?
I can.
I am 120 feet away. I can't see it. Oh, it's only 60 feet anyway.
You can't see him, but it's probably important to know that about half of this house is in flames right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Strahd fireballed that whole area.
Oh yeah.
He did.
Yeah. My giant ape is still up, right?
Yeah.
Right. That
Sure.
was my contribution to the battle. It seemed to work. I don't know. So Johann and Dalton are safe. I guess.
You see them run by you down the street.
So I mean,
Whether they're safe or not, that's
if I were to like go over here, am I able to like see my teammates?
Safe is a relative term.
Or at
let's
least one of them?
say no.
Thank you. All right. So I will. If I can see.
I mean,
giant
except for Dalipin.
I
You
can
can see
probably see
Dalipin.
I can see the giant ape though, right? Big as shit.
Do you have dark vision?
No, but isn't there a building on fire right now, like a giant fire?
Yeah,
In the
right.
area?
Well, sort of. Right there, yeah.
Well, no, I do not.
But it is raining rather hard, so that's gonna make it lightly obscured.
I won't
the
even
entire
he
area.
won't be able to hear. He wouldn't even be able to hear me if I called out. I would imagine. Um, I will call out into the night, regroup it to regroup at the what's it called, at the church, and I would get some specific
Okay.
calling out to like Del Casal, like keep them safe, and then I'll
Okay.
I'm out of spell slots,
So
guys.
you're gonna flee. Is the
Yeah.
the
I'm
long story short?
yeah,
You're fleeing.
I'm getting out of
Okay,
here.
Talipin, what are you doing? Are you fleeing to the church as well?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Giant ape.
Well, Rao's still down, right?
Yep.
And Strahd is somewhere there, right in front of him, because you said the rain outline, and he did just like stab him.
Yep.
So um um Dorian, how's Dorian look?
I'm peachy.
Dorian is dead, so he looks like a corpse.
Well, he always looks like that. I mean, you mean he's motionless?
I move.
No, he's standing. But he looks very haggard for sure.
It has been a tiring battle.
I'm trying to figure out if there's a way I can save her out. I mean, honestly, as a giant ape, I don't think I have magical attacks, so I don't know if throwing rocks. I've thrown rocks at Strahd before; it didn't really do anything.
Well, we shared that
yeah,
glass heart, which was
Yeah.
absorbing attacks.
You actually did a lot by hitting him with that rock.
Well, yeah, but so that's my conundrum, right? If I attack, then I can't save.
I will.
So who's gonna
That's-
save Rao?
I'm right beside Ral.
So are you gonna save Rao?
Yeah, I'm right after you. After the hidden Strahd who's in between us.
Nick? What kind of? How well do I think I can see Strahd? What kind of? Right.
You can't see him. He's invisible.
Well, I thought you said with the rain dripping off him, his outline.
Well, I said Dorian could see that.
Oh. Well, I mean, I'm not sure why he can see that and I can't, because I know they're there and there's fires burning by them. He's
Okay, then he can't see that. I don't know. I mean, he can't see it then.
Well, I don't know. Then I'll flee, because I don't know. Yeah, I'm out of here. Bye.
All right. Okay. Jeez, Strahd still has. Okay. Dorian, invisible Strahd is going to attack you with his sword.
Good luck.
yeah, you have protection from
From evil.
protection from evil, canceling out his advantage. And he misses twice.
Ah, dang.
Dorian, it's your turn. What
Sorry,
do you want to do?
I had to go get Lucy so she'd stop barking. I'm going to attempt to stabilize Rao. I fail.
Okay. Do you want to do anything else?
I'll take a step there so that I'm still in his attack range. And that's it for me.
Okay. Rao is not here, right? So,
No, he said he'd be on shortly.
okay, Emmerich is
He's not
fleeing.
going to make it, sorry.
Ah, okay.
Well, maybe I'll just leave his corpse there then.
Yeah, I'm assuming I can dash, so.
Okay, so Delcasol, you're basically going to run off into the church, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot to increment my health here. Boom.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, Dorian, it's your turn.
Well, I tried to save Rao twice, you know. I will try one last time, and if I can't stabilize him, then I'm just leaving him next turn. Yep.
Save him?
Wow. For the win. One for the win.
I have literally rolled, and this isn't the dice color, but last session I rolled like a 3. So I went 3, 2, 1. Sorry, Rao.
Yeah, steal that color and pick a new one.
Yeah, never pick that color ever again.
Okay, so what are you going to do? Are you going to leave Rao?
Fuck.
You can't die.
I'm gonna. I'll stick with Rao to try to save him.
Okay. Make another medicine check. I mean, are you out of charges in this medicine pack yet?
No, I'm just doing a medicine check to stabilize him.
Oh, okay, that's right. Because if you had a healer's kit,
If I had a healer's
that would
kit,
work automatically.
yeah, it just stabilizes him.
Maybe you should get a healer's kit.
Maybe I should be playing Shamus or Slimus, who does have
Yeah,
one.
okay. Okay, you stabilize Rao.
2 hours. I will drag his corpse. Presuming that Strahd's not going to kill me, I will.
Make a perception check.
Well, we know that's not going to work. 8. Yeah, so I'm just going to grab him and disengage to run away.
Okay.
Back to the
You
church.
you flee down the street and back to the church, to the safety of St. Andrew's Church, which you know is hallowed ground and magically protected against any sort of fiend or undead
Well,
or fae from entering.
well then I will push Rao's corpse and stand on the outside.
Oh, that's right. You can't go in.
I'll hurl his
Oh
corpse
my
as far as I can.
I mean, everyone else is up there, so I'm sure we can get Rao inside.
No, up and take Rao. I'll be out here.
Okay. Oh God, he's heavy.
You're telling me I
Oh,
ran
God.
halfway across the damn city.
Guys, that was way better than the last time we fought Strahd.
Yeah. Hey, Dorian. Before you go, I got a little what do you call it? A little bone to pick. Why the fuck did you challenge Strahd?
I didn't
And
challenge
tell
Strahd.
he wouldn't leave. Why?
Delcasal challenged Strahd.
Well, he did, and he lost. And then Strahd told us all to walk away.
No.
Couldn't.
He didn't tell us
What
to
do you-
walk away.
You
He
said
said,
no, motherfucker. And then he tried. I'm pretty sure he killed me tonight.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
he said, leave this town and never return. This is
Not an
our
option
town.
for us.
It's
That's
not really
an option.
not really an option to leave this town.
This is where the church is.
This is where a lot of stuff is.
Oh, did all of our knights die?
I think one survived.
One was still in the house. night number 4.
I don't know. He might have been trapped in the webs when the.
No, he
House
broke
burned down.
free from that one.
What happened to Jonah? Did Jonah eat it?
Johan is right there.
Oh, or Johan. Okay, so Johan's back at the church too. Good on him. Good on
Johan,
is a little
Johan
worse
died
for
briefly.
Yeah, he did.
I brought him back immediately. It was fine.
Divine intervention saved him.
Nothing divine about it, bitch.
Okay,
Um,
natural intervention.
There we go.
You're back. You're back at the church,
Science.
beaten and bloodied. Your your remaining knight and Johan accompanying you, and any living townspeople that survive this ordeal. Everybody flees to the church for safety. And you look out over their faces and you see fear.
Someone who's good at speaking, say something. Delcasal, say something to them. Make them not scared anymore.
Yes, giant ape.
I dropped concentration.
One of the women in the crowd just cries out, "Strahd is the devil, and we are trapped in his hell.
True
What have we
words.
done to deserve
They've
this?"
been smoking. Yeah.
You really got to feel bad for the people that were born here.
Yeah, thanks.
You're kind of like, man, you didn't deserve that.
Yeah, I really don't. Thanks for agreeing with my plight.
Hey, at least you're not like this peasant lady over here.
Yeah, well, I did something about it.
That's right. You dragged yourself up by the bootstraps.
More like the cursed hands and like weird growing like mandibles growing out of my body. But yeah,
I might be half spider, but basically, yeah, maybe I didn't. Maybe I
have
climbed up my web from the bootstraps.
Okay, look, channel this into Delcasal. Say something to them. Say something to them. You're the leader. Come on, you're supposed to do this, right? This is your job. I don't like people. Say something.
Actually, don't we have a new voice? A new
A new herald.
herald? Yeah.
Yeah, he's on.
Yeah,
the
he's not
ground.
Is that Ralph? Is the herald dead?
Your herald is laying there at your feet.
That's Rao, though, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, With enough time, if we take a long enough time in this town, I can make them all forget.
So I'm just walking back and forth on the outside of this
You
church.
have to make them forget their whole fucking life, to be honest.
Everyone go back to their houses. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I'd say maybe fucking shelter here in the church. I mean, to be fair, I'm still a giant gorilla, so I'm probably on top of the church.
No, I
But
need
I
concentration.
polymorph's not concentration, is it?
It is.
There is.
Oh, okay.
That's
Well,
why I
too
ran
bad.
away.
That's why I wanted you to protect him.
Yeah, that's why I wanted you to protect me that whole time. I was like, I'm the one making you a fucking monkey. I was like, why do you keep letting him hit me?
Well, I wasn't letting him hit you. I mean, but I'd say we'd probably tell the townspeople to stay in until fucking daylight, till fucking daybreak. The church is consecrated. We should probably set up and, I mean, see if any of our townsfolk need anything. I mean, I know a lot of them got vaporized, so I'm not talking about them. They're beyond help. But if there's any of them that are, not beyond help, we could tend to our flock and I think probably fucking hang out until fucking daytime.
Whatever, Emmerich's going to bed.
So are you leaving the church?
Well, seeing how I can't
No, I
enter,
thought we were in the same church, yeah.
seeing how I can't enter the church, yes, I will be going somewhere else.
Oh, well, you can go.
Go, Dorian. I won't let him be alone.
I'm going
So you
to
do
the-
have like apartments
Yeah.
around the church.
Yeah.
Um,
going there.
so you can actually like go to your regular quarters, if you want.
I'm going to
So
the quarters.
you have to. Everybody else could stay in the church if they want, or they
I'll go
could.
to the quarter.
Okay.
I don't like people.
Is anybody going to do anything else tonight? Are you going to set a watch? What do you want to do?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I mean, if we do anything, we do need to set, I don't know, keep our eye on shit.
Well,
Hey, make one of those things we can climb into.
Okie dokie. Setting a watch is probably a good idea, but also Strahd probably really wants us to leave, like right now. So maybe we should do something.
Yeah, that's fair. He can't come in this church. Fuck him. This is our town.
Yeah, we just fought for this town and won. I'm not giving this up. This is
He
where
may not be able to come in, but
Well, that's a strong. That's a strong.
leave?
One is a strong word. You mean we kind of ran away to the church, possibly a stalemate draw by running away to the church? Yes, but I still don't think we should give up on the town. I mean, we're the ones who came in here. We built our stuff. We solved a lot of problems for them. We got rid of both their shitty burgers. We're not. The Inquisition's not here to be pussies and fucking. We're here to proselytize and bring the good word of the lawgiver.
right. That's what we're
well
here
said.
for.
Should be Harold Delcasol.
he was the herald.
I've given up that title now, and you know that.
Yeah,
But-
I just
But
say that.
since Rouse unconscious here, I thought I'd slip back in for old time's sake, give you a little rousing rabble talk. You always did like those.
Indeed.
Emmerich vomits a little, and then he goes to his room.
Ooh,
Okay.
gosh. Wonder if Spider-Man's all right.
So,
Really
yeah.
is like all kind of creeped out. Kind of the same thing with your soulless eyes there, Delcasol.
So I'll follow Emmerich, and I guess we'll work a watch amongst us.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't actually have my stupid arrow fucking cordon of arrows, which apparently is really only good for being watched. And after my one attempt using that spell, I don't have it anymore. So
That was good on
I
you.
would accept that it's never really done anything good for me.
I mean, aren't some spells really just for NPCs?
Well, I I wanted to like Cordon Barrows. I really did.
Well, then do it, but it's not good. So
I'm saying I wanted to like it. I didn't say I do. I just said I wanted.
Ranger, so you could cast Zephyr Strike, and that's the only reason.
Hey, dude, Zephyr Strike makes up for a lot, and it's good because there's a lot to be made up
Stop
for.
expecting other things to work.
okay, so you're gonna set up watches and pass the night away.
Well,
Emmerich
yeah,
and Dorian are leaving the church, going to their regular quarters and sort of holding up there. Everybody else is staying in the church.
and if there's any townsfolk who want to stay, they're free to stay, and maybe we can have Johan or whatever, what's his face, like he can give a sermon, and we can do any kind of tend to their wounds or whatever. I don't know if everyone that was hurt is just dead. They may just be immediately dead, and in that case it's not a problem.
Shell shocked at this point.
Yeah, we'll have fucking Johan give him a fucking.
He might be able to some radiant smites or whatever, but that's about it.
He has no spells left.
And we can use medicine with our people, and I think I even have fucking spare the dying, which so if anyone's about to drop dead, I'll go spare the dying on everyone.
Okay.
Handing out blessings, like wrapping bandages, just giving good words and words of encouragement and support to the poor downtrodden, soul fucking crushed townspeople. Trying to take care of the flock. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, everybody's too frightened to leave the church to go and collect the corpses. And the storm just rages on all night. So it's storming and pretty terrible, pretty scary night. But in the church, it passes uneventfully. You try to comfort the people that are there, and you all make it through it. Emmerich, on the other hand, make a perception check.
Okay. Stop there.
During your watch, you're not sure how or when, but there's something in your room with you, sitting in the corner. It is gnarled and disgusting, and at first you think it's just like a heap of clothing or something, but no, it's a creature. It has long black hair and horns. It looks kind of like that.
Yeah, we've been here before.
And you're not sure if you're.
My ass.
Wait,
You're not sure if
is he in the holy ground? Is he in the church? Can this come on to concentrate? I don't know.
This is what
Is
they
he in the
meant.
church? Oh, to Emmerich. Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I went with Dorian so he wouldn't be alone.
Oh, all right. Gotcha. I was just so used to this being Dalapin, I assumed. My bad.
This creature speaks to you, Emmerich. It says, "I come in peace." It holds its hands up, these wicked claws at the end of it that still have just dried blood and goop underneath them.
What do you want, Miss Walker?
She says, "It's not what I want, it's what I can do for you.
What can you do for me?
I can help you. I know about the hand that you have."
I'll pull it out.
Yes. Her eyes get wide. She sort of reaches out for it. Almost like inadvertently, just like reaching towards it, attracted to its power.
What's he got in his pockets is.
And what do you want? What do you want this for?
She says, "Oh no, it is not for me. It is for you. I can help you. Use its power."
I'm listening.
I mean, what could possibly go wrong here? Yeah, go on. I know I'm not here, but I'm like, this must be good. Let's hear it.
She says, she says, the dark powers are tricksters, are they not?
Yes.
They will grant your wishes, but not how you think they will.
I've noticed.
She says, but I can help you trick them.
Go on.
She says, that's it.
Oh yeah, that's it.
You get your wish to come true.
At what cost?
But
do
at
you
what
want for
great
this?
cost?
Oh, well, I do need something. You see, your party, your friends, they killed my mother. And me and my sister are so lonely now. So we want to have our own baby. You can bring us one, can't you?
You could procreate with them.
We'll love it
I'm
just
not
as our own.
in mind.
Yeah, I know that's not what they have in mind. I was just saying.
And where would I take this child?
You bring it to me.
Where? Where will you be?
I'll be with you.
Oh,
Just a little
I'll
hand
think about it.
hand over there.
She smiles and fades into mist. Bring us the child.
Wait, they're saying the child. Is it the child? Is
Child?
there a specific
Yeah,
child?
anyone is the child, whichever one he can grab.
Yeah.
I
This
think is-
one, that one, the other one, the child.
I'm just curious.
Okay. And if you're not going to do anything else or ask her anything else, then she departs.
She can go.
Well, I mean, she leaves, quote unquote. But you have a pretty good feeling she's like staring at you.
Intently.
I mean, if I
Um,
want, I can go back, but I won't.
Remember that anytime you put your little spider hands on your pecker, she's watching.
That's what I like.
He plays to the audience.
Yeah, so long rest.
Huzzah.
Gallop, and you gain back like 572 hit points.
Yeah.
Go up to
Should be 83.
83 total.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we worked it out last time. That was your number. Mine was 85, but I guess I don't know.
I mean, you were at minus
83.
27. 27 plus 56.
The next morning is a pretty somber morning at the church. All of the corpses of the dead are, wheeled in wheelbarrows and carried in by loved ones, and they're all sort of just piled up like firewood outside in the churchyard.
Well, I mean, are we gonna pile them up like firewood, or are we gonna dig them? This is the church, so can't we get whoever normally fucking digs graves or pay people to dig graves, and we'll help dig
Yeah.
graves?
Hey, the grave diggers out there. I'm just saying, temporary storage. They pile them up.
Well, the gravedigger's going to get busy, and we were looking for jobs for orphans. Turns out grave digging has a great career future. There is an enormous opportunity in the grave digging career path.
There are several
Make you
orphans out
strong.
there with shovels.
I do have currency to give if you want. Delcasol.
Yeah, no, we'll pay them. I mean, we already had the remember the copper boxes paying,
Oh,
like,
what?
we
I
just
know we
get
have
all
a
the
shit ton of
copper,
copper.
which is like, a lot of money. I don't know. We'll give them fucking 5 copper for every grave they dig, or whatever the going price on a grave is, plus 2 copper just because we're cool.
Mhm.
I feel like a grave, it doesn't have a very high growing rate.
Oh, it does, dude. People get in them all the time.
Especially these grave diggers. I'm getting in them all the time now.
Oh boy.
So I guess you guys pretty much spend your morning,
Burying people.
getting all your leveling up stuff out. You're like practicing with your swords or whatever happens with level ups.
Do we level up?
You already did
Oh,
last
we
time.
did. Yeah, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
we're exploring our new powers
Exactly.
and burying people.
Sometime around noonish, you get a one of the townsfolk. Let's say one of the Mardukov boys, Brom, comes running up to the church and says, has a message for the Inquisition. He says, "Mommy tells you that you are summoned to appear before the new Burgermeister of Vallaki. Please come down to the bar."
It sounds like we're gonna have to kill another Burgermeister.
It
I mean,
sounds like we'll have to make a
let's not be too hasty, but we've already done it twice, so
Let's set
if
some
it-
ground
you know,
rules for this time.
let's just see what the Burgermeister has to say, whoever the fuck it is.
No respect.
I mean,
At this point,
at this
the
point, we've made
Burger-
a tradition out of killing Burgermeisters,
the
so
Burgermeister has to know who runs this town at this point, right?
I almost feel like it would be a betrayal if we didn't kill the Burgermeister.
Strahd came here, and
What
then
would people
left.
say?
We're still here.
It is expected at this point,
No respect.
Well, so yeah, after we do our morning ablutions, after fucking burying everybody, let's go see the new Burgermeister, guys.
Worse and worse, we'll turn him into a spider and put him into a well.
Well, that's a weird
That's
twist, but okay. I mean, that's not what we did with the other two, but
Yeah,
I'm
we
open.
could.
I'm open to new sentencing within
How
the
about
Inquisition.
righteous judgment? We can do that, right?
So you go to the Blue Water Inn, and when you enter, you see that, well, there's sort of the regular occupants, town folk, eating wolf steaks. There's what's her name? Danica. Danica's there, her sons, her husband, and the nobleman Vasily von Holtz is there with 2 guards. And as you enter, he stands and he says, "Ah, my friends, it's good to see you again."
Are we friends?
I don't know. I'm looking through my notes. I know we know him.
We just kind of knew him, like acquaintance. Like I thought he tried to serve his papers, and that was how we knew him.
Yeah, so Vasily von Holtz is as a minor noble in Vallaki,
Oh yeah,
who was, he has sort of acted as Strahd's, like, not messenger, but sort of he's sort of like been Strahd's instrument a few times. After you killed the first Burgermeister, or after you burned down Fiona's house, he's the one who served you with the warrant and everything.
but he was decent about it. It was the lady that was the bitch. He was pretty decent about it. I
To be
mean,
fair, we did like.
he's acting as Strahd's like agent, but he wasn't like an asshole. He was like, okay, here's the fucking warrant. Like, this lady charged you with burning down her house. What's the deal? In fact, we had Victor come and talk to him, right? And then he was the one that was like, okay, gave me some lashes and like left.
He actually ordered that you were to report to get lashes, but yeah, you never did. So
That's what I just said.
but then you killed him anyway. So
He was a
I
dick.
guess the lashes went down with him.
Like fucking, he was like weird.
So you see Vasily is sitting at the table with his two guards. They all stand up when you enter. On the table is a small chest and a pile of scrolls that are sort of before him. Like they look like paperwork. As you enter, he greets you and he bids you to come over and have a seat at the table near him. And he's going to say, well, my friends, it is sort of my sort of shocking news to me of the former burgomaster Victor's death, and even more shocking that I am to be his replacement. I am to be the new burgomaster here.
All right, go on.
He says, and I hope that I can count on your support. I know that you haven't necessarily seen eye to eye with the past few burgomeisters, he says kind of nervously.
There's been rumors of
Yeah,
one-time murder and destruction.
allegedly.
Alleged fucking instances of arson.
Allegedly, we haven't.
He says, well, the past is the past. They were, well, I can't say that they were moral men. And maybe our Lord Strahd has not chosen always wisely in the past for his leaders, but I hope he has chosen wisely this time.
Oh, hey, about that. What did Strahd say to you about the lawgiver, the Inquisition, all that? You got orders to kick us out of town because he seemed to want to do that last night. Just saying.
Dalpin, please back to the children's table over there, if you would.
Fuckface,
He says, oh, well, I have not spoken to Lord Strahd personally. Oh my gosh, no.
Oh, well then who told you he choosed you?
Well, he sent me a message on his royal stationery with the seal. It is the way he has always done business in the past.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Okay.
I mean, I'm fine with it. Just don't fuck up.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll right into his hole.
So I'll tell him, it's true that Strahd did not always pick those of noble character. We have no qualms with you, nor quarrel. Know this, that we hold the interest of the townsfolk and the town at our heart, and the Inquisition are the noble instrument of the lawgiver. We seek to only enforce the law and protect the folk the shepherd, the flock that we shepherd. If you have no problems with this, then we have no problems with you.
He stares at you and he nods his head. He says, a noble speech, sir, and I must agree. Far too long this town has been just riddled with maniacal leadership. And I look forward to being able to do some good for this town.
Well, I'll say, that's a noble sentiment, and I'll give him whatever the Barovian arm clasp or handshake or spit in the palm or, the agreement, the salute. I don't know.
Yeah, you spit in your hand and offer it, and he looks around sort of like.
That's not my first choice. Okay, I just thought that's what Barovians.
He reaches out and he shakes your hand, and he looks a little uncomfortable doing it, but he's happy and he's a good sport.
Where are you guys from again? That's how you shake hands?
Well, Delca Sal's a daily commoner. So.
I thought that's how you shook hands.
That's really offensive.
I mean,
Anyway.
you can't even shake hands. You'll stick to people. I mean, please.
He says, I'm afraid there is a little bit of business, though. Please have a seat. He starts to shuffle with his papers.
I stand.
He expects nothing but discourtesy and rudeness from you, so he's not shocked.
That's fine.
If we're going to,
I'm okay. I'm gonna sit next to him. We're on good speaking terms. The man wants to talk. I will listen to what he says.
and he's got papers. Papers follow the law, and
Yeah, I like papers. Papers seem orderly and law-like.
as is custom, if we're going to do official business, shall I bless the table with a zone of truth?
Truth. Sorry.
Old hat, old hat.
He says, well, I'm not familiar with the customs of your land, but
Well, when laying out law, the law must be truthful to be just. And as the Justicar, it is my duty to make sure all laws are just. And to adjudicate.
yes, it's right there in your title, isn't it?
Yes, he ensures that words spoken are the truth.
He says, well, I will not stand in the way of tradition.
Hey, I cast Zone of Truth on the table.
Okay. Trying to just get everybody in the general vicinity there? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
The truth table.
Sit at the truth table.
The table of truth, boys.
What is that saving throw?
Wisdom.
It's charisma.
Oh, charisma. There
Oh, yeah.
you go. The paladin loves charisma.
Now, let me make sure about that.
No, you're
Yep,
right.
charisma saving throw, yep.
Yep.
And for Gallopin, it'll be DC 14.
Yeah, I got a +3.
Okay.
Are you trying to resist your own spell, Gallopin?
No, that was Emmerich.
Oh, Emmerich, yeah, you cannot tell a lie, Emmerich.
You said it's DC 13?
14.
Damn.
You can't speak a deliberate lie.
Wait, and this isn't like once a statement. Isn't this every time you make a statement? Don't you have to?
So, no.
Yep.
So no, it's not every time. Basically, you can make a saving throw each round. Once you fail it, you're under the effect for the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Let's see.
It's her turn, according to the spell text.
You cannot speak a deliberate lie while within the radius.
Yeah, and on your turn, or when you start a turn inside the zone.
I think you can try each time. I thought, but I don't know.
But it doesn't.
That's how I would read it.
Basically, make a saving throw if you plan to lie. Otherwise, don't bother because you're not lying.
Right, or just don't talk.
Okay, so you're saying make another save each turn?
Yeah, every turn.
How I read
So
it.
if you plan to tell a lie, then go ahead and ask to make a saving throw
Is it really
that
bad?
turn. And if you don't plan to lie, then why bother? Because you don't plan to lie.
This creature that enters the spells area for the first time on a turn or starts
Okay.
its turn there, make a
Okay.
shove it.
Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, okay.
Oh, no, it's got to leave the zone before it can save again. Oh yeah, I don't know. Whatever you
Well,
want.
no, if it starts its turn, I think that makes sense though. Like that makes more sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was forever. I never realized you got to save again.
Every turn, yeah,
That's weird.
yeah. So
Well, I think
basically, it's just like
Right.
it's just like what Del Casal was saying. Like if you want to try to tell a lie, you have to like resist the spell.
That's fair.
And so Dalapin knows if you resist it or not. He doesn't necessarily know if you're lying, I guess, but
Hmm?
Say Dalton
Uh,
knows.
The hell?
so
Oh, okay, there it says it. All right, interesting.
So Vasily von Holtz, he unravels a scroll, and you see it has the flowing script of Strahd von Zarevich on it, and it is sealed with his seal. And Vasily looks around nervously, and he gets very grim, and he says, "It is the judgment of our Lord Strahd von Zarevich that the Inquisition of the Lawgiver," and he names all of your names individually, "are guilty of murder of the Burgermeister Viktor Valakovich, in cold blood, assassinating him at his home." And he rolls it up. There's more writing. He says, "The sentence ordered by Lord Strahd is banishment from the town of Valaki, to be effective immediately at the new Burgermeister's convenience."
At your convenience.
Well,
He says,
I suggest it be
Uh,
convenient for you later rather than sooner.
"Now, my friends, I'm sure that there was good reason for what you did, and I do not share Lord Strahd's view that though you did strike him down, I believe that there has been provocation in this case, and that you acted with the interest of the villagers of Valaki, as well as your own lives. So I am going to stay this order, and that's it."
You're gonna be a great Burgermeister, man.
Just a quick question there. Strahd's probably not gonna be happy about that. What are you gonna do when he finds out?
Well, if Strahd becomes terribly unhappy, I should say he can seek aid from the Inquisition.
He
He's
says,
done us no wrong. He's done us right.
he says,
He can come to us.
he says, well, now, let us not have talk of insurrection. We are servants of Lord Strahd in this realm. He is our master, and we serve him, but he has left it up to my discretion."
Of course, Von Holtz. Lord Von Holtz. I only meant it as a hypothetical. I wouldn't dream of.
Indeed.
But again, I thank you for your candor and your honesty and your gentlemanship, your lordliness.
I mean, we do.
Please feel free to attend service at the church anytime and receive the blessings of our brother Johann.
He says, "Yes, it is very generous of you. I've heard of the good teachings of the lawgiver, although he is a foreign god to this land. I see that he has brought much good with him. So, yes, I will take you up on that." He says, "Now that we have that bit of unpleasant business out of the way, I think we have some more amenable things to talk about." And he pulls out another set of smaller scrolls this time. He unwinds one, and it too has the seal of Strahd von Zarevich on it. And he says, "This one is addressed to Rao Finzi." Is Rao here? Where is he?
He
He's
got
incapacitated.
real hard in the last battle. He's not feeling.
He's recuperating.
He says, so I shall save this for him for another time." He winds back up the scroll and stuffs it in his robe, and he takes under the table. He pulls a parcel, which is a fine piece of cloth that is wrapped around something that could only be some type of weapon, and he puts it back on the bar area, just sort of getting it out of the way. He says, "Okay, so let's move on to the next one."
Is Danica
says-
behind the bar?
What's that?
Is Danica behind the bar? I'm just wondering if he puts a weapon and a parcel back on the bar. Could I give a look to my Raven brothers to see? If
Well, I
they're-
mean, He hands it to the guard or something to hold. I mean,
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I was supposed to be suspicious of that. You
It
know,
was probably the
my
rapier
nerves are on
back.
edge. Okay.
He took his rapier. He's probably giving it back.
All right, calm down. Calm down.
he says, he unrolls another scroll. He says, this is addressed to Dorian.
Yes.
He says, yes.
Oh shit! How'd you get in here?
Lord Strahd writes, Dorian, you have shown an indomitable spirit in our confrontation. This is an invaluable asset to have in a leader. And then he says, he has included this, and he pulls out this flask, this crystal flask, with a blood red liquid in it. He says, this is for you. It will help you in your adventures.
Oh, okay. I will pocket said potion or vial.
Did that share it with you?
I saw what it said.
Okay. I actually don't even know what that does. Oh, okay, cool, gotcha. He moves to the next scroll. He says, Del Casal, you showed great honor and leadership in accepting our duel, and grace in defeat. He pulls out a scroll that is rolled up, and Vasily hands you the scroll.
Is anyone else though like, what an asshole? Like
Yeah.
he kicks the shit out of us and then he gives us stuff just to fucking. He's like rubbing your nose in what a shit dick you are. I don't know. Sorry, go ahead.
It's an abusive relationship for sure.
He's totally rubbing our nose in what shit dicks we are. Like, he's like, basically, you are puppy dogs. I could have slapped you around with my little toe. Anyways, good try. GG. Fucking, I mean, okay, but I do want to see what the scroll is, but seriously, he fucking treats us like puppy dogs that peed on the floor.
So, Del Casal has this like flash of emotion. I mean, how does this? Obviously, you don't say this right now. I mean, do you just like roll your eyes or something, or?
I mean, I guess kind of. I mean, this is pretty par for the fucking course, right? As Strahd shows up at fucking a critical moment, kind of helps us out, but then fucking kicks the shit out of us for fun. Like, and then it's like, hey, good game, boys. Like, yeah, I'm like, okay, like, thanks. I know he'll give me something, or everyone, or not me, or someone. Like, he always delivers an insult after injury. It's injury and then kind of
I rolled insight, and let me tell you, I understand you. I understand exactly what you're saying, buddy.
So yeah, he hands you a scroll. He says, the next is for, who the fuck have I gotten to? Rao, Del Casal, Dorian, okay, Emmerich.
What?
You're
He says the next, yeah, okay, he got his scroll.
Okay.
He says, Emmerich, You show a lot of ingenuity in our battle.
Fuck you.
Magical prowess that will serve your party well in your trials ahead.
Man, what a douche.
He Ooh. He says, Vasily pulls out another potion.
Ah, loot.
And he says, this may help you.
Oh, dude, I love drugs.
And he says, okay, and the last but not least, and he's reading that from the scroll. Last but not least, Dalapin.
No, I think you have it confused. He is the least.
Hey, dead man.
Dalapin,
Make
you
that
showed
fuck you.
great restraint in running away from the battle. At no time did you let your ego get in the way of your cowardice. And actually, Vasily sort of trails off at the last part, like he wasn't expecting that. And he looks up at you, and he mouths the words, "I'm sorry," silently with his mouth. And he says,
He's telling the truth at least.
he says, Lord Strahd has given you these, and he pulls out this pair of slippers.
Lord Strahd is fucking troll.
And he says, may these slippers allow you to flee your enemies twice as fast.
Excellent.
I put them on.
So I guess if anyone wants the scroll I got, I can't cast it. So it needs a wizard or bard. So if anyone wizard or bard wants the scroll,
We don't have
I
a wizard
can't.
or a bard.
Well,
Alright.
so anybody can cast any spell on a scroll. You just have to roll.
I mean,
You have to roll.
the description specifically says if this is on your spell list.
Well, because that's the general rules for scrolls, but I've always played that you don't have to worry about that. You're a spellcaster, and it's a magical scroll. You can cast it, but you still have to make a spell casting check if you don't have a high enough level slot to cast it. Does that make sense?
Wait,
Yeah, what level is the spell? The description doesn't even actually
That's a
say.
level 7 spell.
There's a link.
Well, that's
There's a
never-
link in the description. It's a level 7 spell.
It's wizard. It's just
Alright,
wizard,
yeah.
what they call it. Spiritual weapon. It's wizard spiritual weapon.
I'm pretty sure at level 7 there's no way in hell I'm casting that fucker. But I mean I can try, and if I do it's epic, and if not I'm like, oh meh, bah, 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 bah.
So you'd have to roll a DC 17. Wow.
Yeah, I mean it would be a DC 17 check.
There's advantage.
Spinning.
We got a spinner.
It's a
We got a
very hard
spinner.
spinner.
Ah! Okay.
So,
Yeah,
anyways,
it's just the party sheet. That's not. I think maybe someone else might be able to do something better with that than me.
Wait, what is it? An intelligence check?
it's an Arcana check, which is based on intelligence, yes.
Vasily says, well, gentlemen, you'll excuse me. I have well, a town to rebuild.
Yeah,
I look forward to our partnership.
Please let us know if we can be of assistance. We have a coffer box for the townsfolk for necessities and food and orphans and welfare works and such. Also, if you need orphans for work, we have a bunch of fine young lasses and lads that are burning to learn a trade.
Well, how much are they apiece?
I am back.
Well, they're not slaves.
They're not
We wish
Oh.
we wish to train them to be constructive members of society.
You really have to be clear about that. I mean, you could come into a bad situation.
Well,
That's why we're
So-
here. Truth.
if you know of anyone who needs an apprentice, shall we say?
He says they're not slaves, they're apprentices, he winks. Gotcha.
Ah, Jesus.
Um,
This place is fucked up. Alright, this place is fucked up.
Welcome to Barovia.
And he will leave. He's off to rebuild the mayorship of this town.
Oh, Burgermeister, where can we find you if we need
Good for
you?
him.
He is a noble, and he has like his noble house, and he shows you where it is. It's somewhere,
Good enough.
and it's probably going to have the exact same layout as Victor's house.
Hopefully we won't burn.
If we have to go kill him, we'll know which way to go this time.
I'm just gonna say I'd really like it if we didn't have to torch the fucking Burgermeister's house again.
I mean, we made our point.
I mean, he's a nice fella. Seems nice enough, okay? He's the only bureaucrat we've dealt with that doesn't come fucking wielding complaints and fucking zombies.
Hey, to be fair, only like 1 out of 3 of the complaints against us have been completely legit.
I mean, we did truthfully kill 2 Burgermeisters.
That is
Yeah, but they had it coming.
And 2 people in
Yeah.
the party did burn down the house.
Yeah, but they had it coming.
What, one person burned down the first house.
So anyway, I want to go see what the Danica, the Martikovs have got going on. Oh, and did I ever get? I'm not sure if I asked. Maybe I did. I didn't know. But Davy and Martikov, supposedly her husband, was one of the guys that knew about the 3rd gem that the wine people. He supposedly stole one of the 3. Did I ask about that or not?
I
Did
don't think
forget
so.
about that? Okay, well, I'd like to see what's going on with the Martikovs and ask about that because one of those wine jewels, Davian, is the guy that knows about.
And Vasily von Holtz, as he's leaving, he says, there is one more thing. Lord Strahd sent specific instructions for me to ask you about RSVPing for his wedding. He takes out a pen and a paper. He says, "Whether you will be attending, yes?"
Yeah.
Oh boy!
Yeah.
So he issued letters to banish us and wedding invitations at the same time.
Hey, it's
Like-
business.
What a guy! What a guy! He's like, get the fuck out of here, or come to my wedding,
No,
or
yeah.
do both.
So,
Well, you
Or
were
do
just
both,
you were
and-
just
or do-
banished from Balaki. not-
and/or
so,
He just wants us to stop breaking his shit, basically.
so may I ask if I can put down
Yeah, exactly.
my follower as potentially
Um,
my RSVP person?
So, sorry. Go ahead.
I'll just write the Inquisition and sign it like the Inquisitor. Like
Well, just
that
put
should
down.
cover it. I mean, he sent it to everyone, right? Like,
I know, but I'm
there
saying,
you
like,
go.
he
The
wants a-
Inquisition signed the Inquisitor.
He wants a head count. Just put how many are coming.
Sure. Yeah.
How many are
5,
coming?
potentially 6. You know.
We're bringing Esmeralda as one of ours, right?
Yeah. You got to pick like the roast beast or the fish.
Exactly.
There's a whole thing you gotta go through.
Said he's got the list of all. Where am I gonna find a silver? Oh no, it's not silver. Never. A copper caland. I mean, where am I gonna find one of these?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. So
The bridal list. You know, you didn't see it. It was published. I mean, you can see what Strahd wants. They've asked for their gifts.
right.
Jesus.
I was just gonna re-gift
You're
this.
gonna be wanting to give them like the 19th fucking oven, okay?
Okay. And with that, Vasily is gone, leaving you in the Blue Water Tavern to basically plan your next adventure.
Well, I said I wanted to talk to the Markovs like that, and then I think we already had a plan for an adventure, right? Weren't we going to do something before we got
Yes.
distracted like this? Ran off like idiots. We were going to go see the Amber Gates, right?
We were going to go to the
The Amber
Vistani.
Gates.
We're going to go to the Vistani encampment.
Well, the Vistani encampment is after. I thought we had
No,
3 days. We were going to go to Amber Gates, then go to meet her at the Vistani encampment, then sneak into Strahd's castle, steal the fucking dragon skull.
Okay. We need to go get the guy who's going to lead us to the Amber Gates, which is Casimir.
Your uncle.
Yes. But he's in the Vistani encampment, to the southeast of Valaki. Or southwest.
Mm-hmm. So what do you specifically want to ask the Markovs? They're up to whatever they're up to. They will tell you that they too have received invitations to this wedding, as have most of the nobles in the entire land.
Hey, what's the date on that wedding there? You read it, Elksal?
It's in a few weeks.
Well, not the date, but as far as what I want to talk to him about again, Davian Mardukov, from research, knows about the third gem. So there were 3.
So
One
Erwin.
was always there through something, but one, our clues led that he knows where one of them is.
So Davian Mardukov told you that Erwin was on watch when the first gem was stolen, and they actually had a falling out about this. And Erwin will talk to you about this, like in the kitchen area. He says, I was on watch. I fell asleep, and the gem was gone. My father thinks that I had something to do with its disappearance. I didn't. I don't know who took it. I don't know why it was taken. I don't know where it is. It's been a rift between us. He just cannot get over it, and that is why I've come to Valaki and started this business because of that damn gem. I mean, maybe
Does he seem like he's telling the truth?
you could make an insight check, since he's not in the zone of truth.
What?
Can I use guidance on myself?
Are we not at the table of truth anymore? What the hell?
No, so that's a 15, and if I have guidance.
24.
Well, I don't know if you can guidance that check, but yeah, he seems like he's exasperated with the whole situation in a very realistic way. It has cost him a lot, this falling out with his father, and yeah, he has no idea where this gem is. It disappeared many years ago, and the old man just can't get over it.
So you said this is Erwin. Is this the brother of what's his name? Is this Davian?
No, Davian is the old man at the winery. This is Erwin, who is his son.
Okay.
And he says, if you do find the gem, I hope you figure out how to clear my name, because yeah, it would be nice to talk to that side of the family again. And then he has to continue cooking up wolf stew or whatever the hell he cooks. So Johann is not coming. And Rao is not here.
So there was Bram Mardukov and what? Escher Mardukov, who was a prisoner or slave. What is there any word of Escher?
No, Escher. No. Escher is somebody totally different.
Escher was the zombie who really, or the vampire who really wanted to fuck Rao.
That may have been, but I'm pretty sure that there was Bram Mardukov and Escher Mardukov, the kids, and
Bram. So Bram and Bran are their sons. Bram and Bran are the little kids in the inn, who are Erwin and Danica's children. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole family tree somewhere of these were-ravens. I don't know. So, Dalipin, those slippers that you have, I didn't. There's not actually an item created yet, but those, if you experiment with them, you figure out that those will let you cast Expeditious Retreat.
Is that at will or once?
Well, no. Let's say one time a short rest. I don't know. Something like that. We'll figure it out.
Just let me know.
I should have ran off earlier.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do? Are you heading to go pick up Casimir?
Yes, let's go visit my uncle.
Ah, yes,
Um,
old man.
As you are discussing this, the doors creak open, and the ancient elf steps through the doorway. And in Valaki, yes, and he looks old, older than you remember seeing him before, and he's walking with a cane, like a long walking stick, and he looks like he's packed up and ready to travel.
Yes, let us, with post haste, make way.
And he comes and he just sort of sits down at the table and has a big sigh. It's a long journey for an old man.
We have a wagon.
Wait, why is the ancient elf going with us?
He knows the way.
Is that? Oh, that. Okay, that you said ancient elf. You meant Grandpa Joe, or you're okay. This is your uncle. Gotcha.
Yes.
Yes, Casimir. He looks at your door and he says, "My God, what has happened to you, my son?"
A lot has happened since last we met.
He says, he reaches across the table and takes your hand. And he says, our time is limited, both of us.
Yes.
We must do what we can to preserve the future of our kind.
Yes. Let us make haste and go to the Ember Gates.
And he takes his hood down, and you can all see that he has no ears. His ears have been cut off.
Yeah, I remember that he had cut him off.
Yeah, he told us that story.
Mhm. Well, just sort of, for everybody else. I don't think anybody else has ever met this guy.
All fears matter. It's like a mark of a slave. It's awful. They're like, snip, snip. Like, yeah. Welcome to Barovia, bitches.
He says, this was my punishment for daring to defy Strahd.
We defied Strahd and he gave us gifts. It's great.
Oh, Jesus.
I just face palm.
He says, well,
It's better not to talk to him.
He's not the.
he says, of course he gave you gifts. See, Strahd at his heart, well, he's sort of a scientist. He likes to experiment. Like a cat, he plays with his food. He says, but all of his gifts come with well, let's just say there's a downside. As long as you bear items that that are his, he can see you. He's probably watching you right now.
Oh, motherfucker. I take the slippers off. These piece of shit slippers.
What do you do with them?
I don't know. I throw them out the window.
Okay. I think one of the kids finds them and just is like zipping around the house.
Hey, careful with those. Magical.
You cannot catch him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
should
that's
kill yourself.
specifically
guy.
retreating
You
for
should have kept the slippers, Delphin.
I'm not into any of that. You know, if it gives Strahd power over me, I don't know if I can handle that. It's not something I'm okay with.
You're not okay with a lot of things. But look, it would have given you a chance to flee.
Principle. I like it. Let's go.
You know, you gotta follow the law.
Yeah. The law would have allowed you to retreat faster.
Yeah, also, you know, I'm kind of sworn to kill Strahd, so, you know, there's that thing.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I mean, who isn't nowadays?
Let us make haste. Let us leave this place and go to the Ember Gates.
Casimir says, he looks at you, Dalipin, when you say you're sworn to kill Strahd. He says, you believe that is possible?
It must be. It's my oath. It's what gives me the power that I have. What little that might be.
I've lived in Strahd's shadow for 4 centuries.
Yeah, you know, hard doesn't mean impossible. And if we don't try to do it, who will?
There has been a few times over the years when I thought that somebody had finally destroyed the beast. But he cannot be killed.
Yeah, we're working on that. see, we've already shattered his glass heart thing, and then he started bleeding after that. So that I think is a good sign. And then there's this sword that the dragon is guarding that I think might be important.
Hmm. He says yes. Yes. Many adventurers have sought the sword.
Well, like I said, we have to try, no matter how hopeless it may seem. Or at least I have to try. You don't.
He says yes. No, I agree. We must try. He says that is the reason for our journey. Do you know what lies in the Amber Temple?
Amber.
You know,
Power.
I kind
Yes,
of missed
power.
that in school. I got the blue temple and the red temple, but the amber, that one, I missed on that one.
Power, huh? Like the evil kind or the good kind?
He says, my friend, all power is corrupt. And the power that lies in the Amber Temple may be the most corrupt of all.
Oh boy.
But I think there is no other way. As you have said, we must try.
Well, she did say we were gonna need power. All that we could get to defeat Strahd. Let's go get some power.
It is
All right.
true.
Yeah, let's go get some of that.
I summoned Baez. Get on him.
Let's go. Come on, Baez.
Who's Baez?
His
Baez
trusty
is my,
steed.
Paladin
Oh,
horse. Yeah.
it's Paladin horse. Okay.
He's quite smart, thank you.
I talked to your horse. Is he smart?
He's
Hey.
smarter than the average horse.
Hey, if I talk to his horse, is that horse smart or is it just a dumb fucking horse?
It's got
It's a magic seed. It goes through intelligence. Intelligence
So
4. So
I
it's
don't know,
a very-
Dalapin, does your horse even talk to him, or is Bias
so-
stuck up, or I mean, it's your horse. You roleplay it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Hey.
just in the spell, he's unusually intelligent, strong, and loyal. Habit.
Hey.
Yeah,
Horse.
So it's got at least 6 intelligence. Although it may be higher. And he can understand my language, so my horse speaks common.
Okay. Neat.
I mean, it's literally the talking Mr. Ed, is his horse.
That's funny. Okay.
My horse says,
My name is Baez.
I didn't ask. But it's
No.
nice to meet you, horse.
But he told you.
Dalapin, your horse is talking to me.
Yeah, I know. He's a bit mouthy. Just, you know, it's cool. If he pisses you off, let me know. I'll tell him to shut up.
Okay. Okay, that was fun. Alright, let's go.
Okay, so you load up your wagon, right? You're taking the Inquisition wagon with you.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we should take the whole wagon, and actually we should let the new Burgermeister know we're leaving, so that he can, you know, maybe tell Strahd that he exiled us. Maybe, I don't know.
I literally don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
Emmerich does not care. Emmerich doesn't even like. Emmerich met the new Burgermeister and he was like,
Emmerich,
"Oh,
Emmerich
the
is
new
so
Burgermeister,
cool.
huh?"
He just doesn't care about anything. We get it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's cool. I think he's just
Emmerich is
smart.
that guy.
Yep.
Hey, Emmerich, have a seat, please. I stand. Fucking okay.
Emmerich doesn't sit down. He's covered in sticky stuff.
He's afraid to stick to the chair.
That's actually kind of a real fear.
Are we going somewhere, guys?
Yeah, the Amber Gates.
Okay, where's that at? Let's do it. I know I heard Grandpa give me the whole story.
So Casimir is going to lead you, and you head west out of Valaki, through the woods, past Lake Bartok. I don't really have a good token because I have no mouse. I'll just use an arrow. Past Lake Bartok, and you've been by this road with a signpost many times, the Raven River Crossroads, and there is a one of the arms pointing in a direction, and it says Salinka Pass. And Casimir says that you must go into the mountains and go and cross Salinka Pass, which is the passageway over this, between the two cliffs. And beyond that lies the Amber Temple, high up in the mountains. And so you make your way.
Where? When are we past? At what point on that road are we past it? Like, because Solinka Pass goes all the way. I mean, that's a long.
He says, yes, it will be a long journey. I hope you packed warm clothing.
I don't feel temperature anymore.
Wait, are we gonna be back in
I
time?
have the finest wool. Oh, you know what? By the way, Nick, so I sent it to the finest. I had the finest wolf pelt in the land. I want, like, what do I get? The finest wolf cloak in the land, or what?
Well, you were supposed to take it to a guy in Kresk.
No, I thought I sent it to him.
Okay, well, you sent it to him then. It's been literally 1 day since then, so.
No, this was back when we talked to the what's her face before she left. Oh, is that 1 day?
It has been literally 1 day.
Jesus Christ!
It's been a very long 1 day.
A very long day.
You came back to Valaki, and then
Kill the guy.
we spent 3 sessions killing a guy. So you make your way into the mountains along this pass, and eventually you come to the next chapter.
We get to a new
So-
chapter in the book. Hell yeah.
So time passes, and this is a long journey. So it is almost nightfall by the time you get to Salinka Pass, which is a bridge in between these two cliff faces over this river, the Ivalis River. And as you approach, you see. Oh wait, it's the Luna River. As you approach, you see the shelf of rock on which the mountain road clings grows narrow. To your left, the icy cliffs rise sharply towards dark, rolling clouds. To your right, the ground falls away into a sea of fog. Ahead, through the wind and snow, you see a high wall of black stone, lined with spikes, and topped by statues of demonic vultures with horned heads. Set in the center of the wall is a closed iron portcullis, behind which burns a curtain of green flame. On the other side of the dark wall, gripping the mountain's edge, is a guard tower of white stone, topped by golden statues of mighty warriors. So you are, well, on this map, you are here. They don't really give you much. Oh, they do. They do give you room on the other side. So yeah, each square on this map is like 10 by 10. So directly in front of you, there's this this portcullis that is closed, and behind it is this green flame sheet.
Oh, that's not natural. Can well, obviously it looks magical. Can we discern the nature of its magic?
Sure. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can go up there and examine it. Maybe make some kind of Arcana check.
Guidance? Question mark? Smack myself with that.
I mean, I'm willing to give it to you if you're going to go up and lay your hands on that. Then
I'll go examine the sheet of fire. $12.
As you approach, you can feel heat coming off of it. You see no discernible source for this flame. Like there's no fire or no, anything like that. It literally looks like a sheet of flame. It must be magical.
How tall is this?
You also discern some type of like abjuration magic.
Abjuration? That's like the defensive one, right?
So the gatehouse is 30 feet high, and the portcullis itself is probably like 15 or 20 feet. There's a picture of it on the side view. That's what the gatehouse looks like.
Oh, I see. So, Casimir, do you know how to get past this?
Yeah, with the magic up there. It's abjurational.
Casimir looks at it and says, well, there's a few options, I guess. One would be to walk through it. That doesn't seem like a good option.
Yeah, agreed.
What about going over it?
He says it's possible.
Yeah, I could try climbing it.
Yeah, I suppose. Don't you have? I mean, with kind of creepy legs you've been growing.
As you sort of approach the gate, the portcullis shrieks with the sound of metal on metal and rises up on its own.
Ah. Guys, I'm scared.
there is that. That wasn't exactly expected. But I mean, it's open.
Yeah, there's just like a
The
wall
metal
of fire.
portcullis is open, but there's still a sheet of green flame blocking the entire doorway.
Does it appear evil, Dalpin?
I can check. I'll
do my divine sense. Does that shit smell evil to me?
Funny. Does it smell evil?
Sorry, what are you doing?
He's using divine sense.
Okay, and what does that do?
It makes the presence of strong evil register to my senses like a noxious and powerful good rings like heavenly music.
Okay, and what's the range?
60 feet.
60 feet, yeah.
You smell the odor of noxious evil.
Oh God, it's terrible. Yeah, no, that's evil.
That's evil.
Dorian. Whew. Hey, Emmerich, you also kind of have a bit of an odor.
So you know the location, right? So the location is
Yeah.
up top.
And then I also know what type, if it's a celestial fiend or undead.
It is fiendish.
So I immediately
Oh.
touch myself.
Kind of sulfury.
He touches himself.
I mean, I can't get it up. I'm undead. So I
Not
touch
here.
myself.
Except
And
someone else will. You look kind of funny.
I cast protection from evil on myself. And I will start to climb this portcullis. Or the guardhouse itself.
I'll give him guidance.
Okay, give me an athletics roll.
Okay. Here we go.
You fall.
And your D4. There you go. So 5. Hey, I'm not a strong man. I'm an acrobatic, dexterous man.
I'm going to take a 3-minute break here. Hold on.
Okay.
Man, I wonder what the Amber Temple's gonna be like.
So I have a feeling that these statues are like gargoyles.
Oh, you think they're gonna come to life and kill us?
They're gonna kill
I'm
you.
feeling this temple's going to be an asshole.
But I figure that we probably have to kill like the gargoyle statues or fiendish statues up there to open the gate.
I mean, I could also just dispel magic, but
Well, since I know that they're evil, I can go touch them and get rid of them. Get rid of one. Because I can dispel evil.
I also don't want to waste the use the spell slot if we can avoid it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I can use dispel evil to dismiss the fiend.
Yeah, seems like a plan.
It must return back to its home plane.
Is that a spell? Or
Yeah,
a
so-
feature?
That's part of the exorcism that I took. I'm an exorcist already.
Oh, okay. That's your
Once a day, action.
gotcha.
But I can touch myself and touch others to give them protection from evil at will. So I figure if I can climb to the top, I have a better chance of not getting fucked over by Gargoyle Man.
Gotcha. Well, I can I can try climbing up. I get advantage on climbing checks.
No, I understand.
And if they knock me off, I can die.
I know, and you'd be so sad. I would be sad because we'd lose the polymorph.
And your only current healer.
Yes. Alright, this is sounding too chipper of music. Let me change this up.
Guys, I'm
Okay,
I'm
so-
dangerously close to pitching out at this point. Just want to warn you.
so Dorian, you're scaling the wall.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm attempting to.
Okay, you get about halfway up and you get stuck
Okay.
with your 2 athletics check.
My 5.
5.
I'm not a strong man. I've not denied that.
So what is everybody else going to do here?
Well, I don't think climbing the wall is a great idea.
It's the only way I can
Dorian,
get up to the thing.
Yeah, if Dorian gets in trouble, he'll just jump down. So maybe we should get ready to catch him in case.
I mean, Dorian did not make it up. Are we gonna wait for him to climb up? We can get at the bottom and try to catch him or whatever, or we could just preemptively shoot at the things up there.
Yeah.
Well, what about these embattlements to our east?
No, that's literally what this looks like.
Are you going to fly over the mountain and
Well, no, I think he's asking about
Okay.
the actual.
Is it on
So
top
that's-
of the mountain? Gotcha.
Yeah. that's a cliff right there. So to your right, that is like a drop off, and to the left is a mountainous rise.
So the
So,
people
yeah.
to the right can't hit us. They're not above us. They're below us.
Well, no,
Who?
this what I'm pointing to is what this like portcullis guard tower looks like at the top, right, Nick?
Yeah.
But it's below us.
No, that's literally what's in front of us right now.
Yeah. So look at the side view picture. That's what you see. Right.
Which is to the left.
You're right there. Right. There's a cliff right there.
And wait, is that to scale with the going up too? Is that an 80-foot tall thing or a 60-foot tall thing?
30 feet tall.
Oh, 30? Okay.
Dorian's right there on the side of it. And he has gotten stuck, and now he can't go down and can't get back up.
Hey, Emmerich, come help me.
Like, what do you want me to do? Like, go up and toss you a rope, or?
No, I need someone to free me. I think my shirt's cut.
Okay. I will attempt to climb up and help him.
Okay. Make an athletics check. With advantage, because if you're using your spider skills.
No, it didn't do the advantage.
You have advantage and disadvantage both checked.
What do I have disadvantage?
It says you're wearing an armor that you're not proficient with.
Am I wearing armor?
I mean, so do we expect this keep to be uninhabited or inhabited? Do we think there's like normal good folk back there and they just want to keep us out? Or do we think there's nothing but ghosts and fucking zombies back there?
Back in a sec, guys.
I don't see any armor I'm not proficient in. It's weird. Because I'm in light armor. I'm proficient in light armor. So I don't know. Wait, let me try this again. I'm just gonna try it.
I mean, seriously, guys, is there town folks back here, do we expect? Or skeletons?
Well, we know there's
Uh,
evil fiends up above
like-
us.
Like
Okay, that doesn't mean it's the whole town. I mean, what's our general knowledge? Uncle fucking Kiraman or
town.
Casimir.
well, it is kind of a town in the past. It's fortified. Yeah, Casimir. What does Casimir say? Is this
About-
supposed to be a town of living people or not?
He says, I have never been here.
Here's my second.
I mean, he knows the way, but he's never been. He has literally never been here in his life. Wow, that's not good.
All right.
Um,
So I.
But you
made,
rolled. I mean, you rolled an 11, so you make it up to where Dorian is.
I'm like going up to help him.
So what are you gonna do?
Is he like stuck? Like what's wrong with him?
Well, he just. I mean, he's basically trying to just scale a stone wall. So there's few handholds. It's just not easy, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's in a position where he like can't get another handhold.
Yeah, so Emmerich, take a rope up.
Okay. Guess I attempt to. When it comes back around to me, I'll attempt to keep climbing.
Okay. I mean, we're not like in turn order or anything.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you're gonna climb up to the top, you climb up to the top.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
So you climb up to the top. And what are you gonna do? Throw a rope down?
Yeah, throw a rope down.
Okay. And you're just gonna hold the rope, or what?
How many? I only have. Well. Shit, that's a good question.
Holding the rope and
I'm not
anchor.
Is there anything I can anchor the rope to? Question mark. Other than the statues of the scary thing?
Sorry, what?
Is there like a piece of stone like jutting out that I can tie the rope to, or what? 1 second, I have an idea.
Hey guys, be careful. I'm gonna sign off here. I'll see you Friday.
Okay.
Okay. So my hands are covered in glue, right?
Sticky hands. All 8 of them.
I have a crowbar. Can I like jam that crowbar into a crack in the rock and then tie the rope to that?
I think Nick might have disconnected.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you guys? How do you guys want me to do this? Because I think if I try tying it to like the fucking statue, they're gonna come to life and like kill me.
I mean, tie it to a statue and I just pull it down. I'm not that strong. Not that strong.
I mean, worst comes worst, they knock me off and I take 3d10, right? 3d6?
3d6.
How many?
It's
Oh, that's not that bad.
It's a d6 per every 10 feet of fall.
That's ridiculous. I can't fall that much in real life. That's bullshit.
Well, so if you're like a normal human, we'll say you have a d6 of health, and then you take 3d6.
How did we go from being a normal human to having 80 health? Well, what happens in one's life to get them that far?
So the tolls that were performed.
It's crazy, man.
I mean, if this was like a real life system, if this actually happened in real life, shit'd be crazy.
Yeah, you're right.
Because then you'd have the gods just walking around.
So,
hold up.
Yeah, my network just took a shit. So, okay, so you climb up to the top and you're gonna throw the rope down. And You're gonna hold the rope, or you're gonna tie it off. Basically, the only thing up here are these statues.
Okay, I have 2 questions for you. Question 1: is there like a crack in the stone anywhere?
Like, what do you mean?
Like a big enough one I could shove a crowbar into.
I don't know, maybe.
And also, second question is, how sticky are my hands?
Okay, where are you going with this?
I want to stick the crowbar into a crack, then use like my glove covered in glue to glue it to there, and then tie the rope to that.
Well, you don't really. I mean, you don't produce glue, so yeah, that's. I mean, it's basically just your hands are really sticky. You're not like secreting glue.
Damn. Well, I guess.
I mean, if
Oh,
you had like
yeah.
a climber's kit, you could, hammer a python
I
into the
happen
stone. But
to have not a python, but I do have a hammer. Man, I wish I brought a python up. Hey, what are you guys doing down there? Delcasol, do you have a python?
I've got a grappling hook.
You have a grappling hook? Why didn't we just use that?
Well, I don't have a python. I don't have a hammer. I've got a crowbar and a grappling hook.
Throw
So
the grappling
and
hook
rope.
up. I'll hook it on your leg.
Here it is. Here's the grappling hook.
Throw it up. Just straight.
okay, and you're connecting it to like the other side of the.
Yeah, yeah. I'll hook it
Other-
up. I'll like, yeah,
Okay,
like the edge on the other side.
okay, Dorian, you start swinging on this rope,
Mm-hmm.
and you climb your way up. At that point, these two statues just animate, and each of them lets out a bellowing screech.
Excellent.
And why don't we call it there for tonight? It's 10 o'clock, and seems like a good place to call the session.
Okay.
Sounds good. Plus stealth and
Sounds
ran
fantastic. As he does.
as he does.
Mm-hmm.
Very delicate thing to do.
You know, Ralph Frenzy's all dead. Dalphin's like half dead. Who knows?
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Which one of the two didn't get cured of like the lycanthrope?
I don't even know.
Because I think Rao still had it. So in which case he should have turned into a werewolf.
Yeah.
Well, good thing he's knocked unconscious and laying in the
Well, maybe we can just say that Madame Eva cured him of his
Oh,
lycanthropy.
okay.
I kind of forgot about that, so I think that's what happened. All right, guys. Well, good game, and I will see y'all on Friday.
Sounds good.
Good night.
Hey, Jack.
Yep.
Jack John.
Yep.
John Jack. Check out the login or the Foundry.
Mhm.
I changed the UI. I don't know if I like it or not. I mean, I kind of do, but I kind of don't. Like, it's larger and less transparent, but it is. I'm not sure if I like it. I can't decide if I want to keep it. So it changes that whole UI bar on the right with the to like a fantasy kind of theme, and I'm totally on the fence. I'm like, I was gonna turn it off, but then I was like, well, but I kind of do like it. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure.
I do like, on the one hand, that it's more clear what each thing is for.
Yeah, the top icons are nice, but it's larger. You know, it's got a big border. I don't know, but I do. You know, and the roll stuff has kind of cool styling. I'm not sure if I like it or not.
Roll a d20 and roll a 20. Okay. I do like the look of the short rest, long rest on the character sheet.
Oh, that's the old tidy character sheet. That's nice.
Yeah.
I like the new character sheet. I like the tidy. It actually does a lot of stuff for you. Like, you're like, oh, and it's like, now you look at character sheet, like, oh, like initiative, like all that stuff. You're like, oh, right there in my face, good. Like, that's where it should be. Like, armor class, hit points, hit dice, initiative. Like, right up. I need that right up in my nuts.
Exactly.
And then you've got your other stuff pretty easily accessible too.
Although, so I can't click the word initiative or. Okay.
Oh, you're right.
But it's just a dex check, so.
Well, I thought it used to clickety. It maybe I need to update stuff because it used to Pretty sure all that used to clickety.
Right.
But do you like the UI fantasy on the right, or do you think the plain one's better?
I mean, I enjoy the look of this. Mainly just the icons is all I care about. Like the border and stuff. I don't.
That's kind of, I like the icons, but it's like this isn't transparent and it's very large. Like all those bars are big, which is cool, I guess. But I don't know. I'm just on the fence.
Yeah, I know.
I
what you
can't decide. I'm just letting it ride for a while to see what happens.
Although, where you click the die, like the D20, under public role, is this part of that overlay itself when it comes up?
Yeah, it is, because the dice tray below is the mod. Like, so this mod has that roll already. The dice calculator right there.
Yeah, because that allows me to do this multiple roll here, like that.
I mean, you like that? You digging that?
Yeah. Oh, look. Okay. That's the modifier. So if I say dex, just roll dex. Oh, okay. So that's what that does. Got it. Yeah, I mean, I like that rollability because could you... I mean, you could manually type it out, right? Yeah. So it saves you a lot of manual type out or making a macro to... Yeah. I can see where you're coming from about the real estate space, but I'm on a 2K monitor, so to me, it's not that much real estate loss. Plus, I can move the character sheet over the roles and such.
Yeah, man, I don't dislike it. Like I said, I was kind of on the fence about it. And the dice calculator is kind of fun.
That's what
I mean, I like the dice tray, but if you want to do something really, if you're like, I got to smite with like 2d8 plus 2d4 plus 2d6 or something, I'm like, okay, this is easier.
Yeah, like this. I have a D10, D12, D8.
Right, the dice calculator, yeah.
Yeah.
So